精進の匂いだ。
Hello, I'm Toshio Maeda. Today, I have a guest from New York City.
That's true.
New York.
Yep.
So why don't you just introduce yourself to manga fans?
Sure, to manga fans. Okay, I'm Blake Hester. I live in New York City. Technically, not New York City. I live in Astoria, which is a different township, but Astoria, Queens, just
Queens.
across the water.
Okay.
Yeah. And I work at Lost in Cult, a British book publisher. Though, contrary to popular belief, I'm not British.
I thought you were British in the first place.
Most people do, yeah. I'm betrayed by my email that says .uk, but I'm a .com man.
And in the first place, why you just got a job for British publisher?
Well, I lost my previous job. I got laid off.
So honest.
Yeah.
So honest.
I worked for a magazine for a few years called Game Informer, which was the biggest American video game magazine. And our parent company, you ever seen Old Yeller? You know, they take the dog behind the shed and shoot it. That's kind of what happened to me. They gave me a bit of a mercy killing because they shut the magazine down a couple months later. But I got laid off. And John, the CEO of Lost in Cult, within 24 hours had messaged me and was like, do you want to come work with us? And I said, will you pay me? He said yes, and I said sure. And that was basically it.
Okay. And I got a proposition from him that art book is supposed to be published in Britain. Am I right? In Britain or America?
We're a British first company, but what's the way to put it? We typically sell our stuff online, so it's really
online.
It's global, right? Because
global.
if it were selling it online, people from any country can buy it. But we are a British company, and we serve the US and UK primarily. Those are like our two biggest markets.
So they sell the book and also just genuine, the simple, plain books with the paper. No,
I mean,
as well.
Well, we kind of pride ourselves on making art books that are bigger and better than anyone else's. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can go to our website, which is lostincult.co.uk, I think, or you can just Google Lost in Cult and see what we do. But like, we're not really satisfied with just like plain art books, right? That you buy and you flip through and there's a few kind of crappy printed pictures. Not crappy pictures, but like the printing's not very good. Like, we do really big collector's editions
Is
in
it
box.
X-rated or just R-rated?
That's an interesting question. We do a lot of stuff for video games, which inherently are kind of bloody and gory.
I see.
But I think, were we to do a book
Not
with...
erotic.
Well, were we to do a book with you, I think it would be our first erotic thing. Yeah. I think so. I would have to check, but I'm almost...
Everything you can see exposed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We don't have to censor the things you all have to censor. At least not in the US. I don't know about the UK. But you all have to censor specific parts that we don't.
You know the problem about Japanese publisher. They are so strict up against such things. The 18 plus things and genitals in your crotch or everything. Such the funny business in bed.
They're strict in some ways, and yet the erotic material out of Japan is so extreme compared to a lot of like the US. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of a weird contrast that there's like that conservatism where you have to like blur things and pixelate things, and yet the actual content is often way more extreme.
Of course, everything has the loophole.
Sure. Oh yeah.
About the law, and on the internet we can see anything on internet.
That's
X video or anything.
That's what I was wondering about. Like, if you go to an adult website in Japan, it knows you're in Japan.
Even a kid can watch it.
But like, here's what I'm thinking. Like, Japanese erotic stuff has to be like censored, right? But if you go to an adult site in Japan, it knows you're in Japan because of your IP address. You can watch uncensored adult content from the rest of the world.
Anything.
So what's it matter?
That's what the parents are concerning about it.
Do what?
The parents.
Oh, sure.
Are concerning about it.
Yeah.
audience. But basically, I don't give a shit.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
It's not my business.
It's
right?
not. Yeah.
In some part, it's my business actually. So you have a plan to publish my artbook.
Well,
Alright.
we would like to. You'd have to give us. You'd have to agree to do it. We'd have to sign contracts and everything.
Yeah.
But our hope is that we would be able to do a Toshio Maeda book.
We can talk about the conditions
Yes.
over there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I got a contract. I got to pretend to be a businessman. It's a whole thing.
So, how do you feel about Japanese manga artists? You know the their the vibes, chemistry. For Western people, Western.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest manga reader. I'll be honest. I like. There's some I like a lot. Like I like your work quite a lot. I like Masamune Shiro. I like his stuff. Like Dominion and Appleseed. I thought was really cool. I've actually never read Ghost in the Shell. I really like. I like Ito Junji, of course. Everyone likes him. But I think I'm really drawn to the Otomos, of course.
So you don't like the typical, the anime kawaii type of cuteness.
As I'm not a kawaii man, I'm not.
You are
cute
not a
guy.
pedophile either.
I'm not a pedophile first and foremost. It's a great way to put it. No, but like I like the intricateness. I really like anime architecture. So like. So like Otomo stuff appeals to me a lot because it's like very architecture focused and I'm a big horror fan, so like Ito Junji stuff really
Sounds
appeals
great
to me.
to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
ありがとうございます。
う